And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight as we've got Atlantic Division action coming your way. Two teams that could really use a win as well, as Tampa Bay has started their season 1-2, and the Buffalo Sabres have not won yet at 0-2 so far on the year. Both of these teams really looking for the 2 points tonight. A divisional matchup. Two teams that hope to be in the playoffs come April, and it should be a really fun one between these two. Early season matchup here tonight. And I'm excited for this one. I hope you guys are as well. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate you guys being here as we get ready to get into the action. If you're in the United States, this game is a national TV game on ESPN if you want to watch along. And we're a little bit of ways from puck drop here as we get ready to go in tonight's action. So we've got quite a few in the chat already. I want to say hi to everybody. Tony, Wesley, Zach, Derek, Heather, Austin, Luis, Jay, Cole. Appreciate everyone being here. Thank you guys all so much again for watching. Great to see you. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? It's great to see you all in the chat, ready to get going tonight, and really hoping that this is a fun game like I think it's going to be. There's a lot of games on tonight. I think there's 9 games across the NHL tonight, and some pretty good matchups. But I saw this matchup, and I was like, I definitely want to do that game, so that's why I picked this one. It just stood out to me as a great divisional battle early on in the year, and hoping that it's going to be a really exciting one tonight. Let's see. Yeah, I hope so, Ian. Welcome in. Should be a very fast-paced game for sure. Both these teams can skate. Both these teams can score a lot of goals. And I would not be surprised if we see, 8 goals between the two teams tonight. If this could be like a 5-3, 5-4 kind of game for sure. And I think we're gonna see a lot of good fast-paced action up and down the ice. Aaron, what is going on? Rocks, welcome in. Thank you. We got Nick, what is going on? Liam, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Matt, what is going on? I have no idea, Matt. I have no idea when I'll be doing a Penguins game. I don't plan anything that far ahead. Yes, Olofsson scratched, and they had another. Oh, Jacob Bryson scratched as well for Buffalo. Yeah, Tyson Jost will be centering the fourth line. According to Buffalo's line chart that they tweeted out earlier, he'll be centering the fourth line tonight. Yeah, Austin, I'm excited. I haven't done any Western Conference games yet. Obviously, like during the week, I can't really stay up when I have work the next day during the week, so it's hard to do Western Conference games. That's why Saturday I'm gonna do the Ducks and the Coyotes. I think that's gonna be a really fun one. It's an afternoon game. Obviously a lot of high draft picks on both of those teams. Both those teams have been rebuilding for a while now, so there's a lot of young talent on both of those rosters, and I think it's gonna be fun to kind of get to see them, even though neither of those teams are probably going to be close to making the playoffs this year. There's a lot of young talent there to keep an eye on, and I think it's going to be an exciting matchup with a lot of fun stuff going on, and an afternoon game, which sometimes are complete gong shows, which I would love, and could be a pretty wild one Saturday. And I'm glad to be able to do something in the Western Conference this weekend too, and at least get at least one matchup out west here in the first month of the year. Yeah, Patra has been awesome, Aaron. Obviously, he had a phenomenal preseason. He really, forced the Bruins' hand. They had no choice but to keep him with how good he played in the preseason. I think he's played pretty well his first 2 NHL games. We'll see how he does here on the road trip. The Bruins are out west for the next, week or so. Actually, it's 9 days because they don't play in the Eastern time zone again until October 26th. So they're a little over a week out west. Here coming up, they play the California teams, and I think they hit Chicago on the way back or something like that. And we'll see how he does. Obviously, they have 9 games to make a full decision on him. If he stays beyond the 9 games, he's here to stay. Or they can send him back to junior after the 9 games. But the way he's played, I think he's here to stay, and he's looked very good. He, down the line, has potential to be a big-time center for Boston. Yes, Luis, Flyers are winning. I actually watched the first period of that game. Sean Couturier had a nasty goal in the first period of that game on a penalty shot. Just 6 skills competition-esque move that he pulled off in a game. But yeah, Flyers up 2-0 in their home opener and taking it to Vancouver. Vancouver played great in their first 2 games against Edmonton, and now kind of putting up a stinker so far in this one against Philly. So weird. Early in the season is so tough to gauge. Teams will bounce all over the place. Like, they'll look really good one night and then like absolute garbage the next game. They're all over the place early in the year. So it's why it's always tough to try and predict games early on in the season. You really need the first couple weeks to try and figure out where teams are at, because it's such a difference night in and night out. And a team like Vancouver's perfect example, where they beat Edmonton twice to open the season, and now they can't even beat the Flyers. And last I saw, they were getting heavily outshot as well. Yeah, they're getting outshot 28-11. So it's not like they're just losing. They didn't even show up tonight. So typical early season. I will be at some point, I would imagine, Heather, but I don't know when. All right, here we go. We're getting into the action. Teams are lined up at center ice, and we've got Devin Levi versus Jonas Johansson in goal. Tampa versus Buffalo. Buffalo wins the opening draw back, and we are underway. As this one has begun, taken up by Alex Tuch over the red line into the offensive zone. Sabres trying to get something going early on. That one, good job getting a stick in the way there by Tuch. Not able to clear Tampa. They'll try again. Can't get it out. Yoki Harju with a long shot. Owen Power keeps it in. Jeannot able to backhand it up the wall for the Lightning as they come the other way. Dumped in deep by Cirelli. Levi comes out to play it. Down behind the net. Moved over to Henry Yoki Harju. What's going on, Axie? Welcome in. Dan, welcome. Bruce, what's going on? Sheer, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Bubsy, always great to see you in the chat. Duke, what is going on? Thank you so much for being here. Played around now, up and over the line. Kucherov turns that one over as the Sabres steal on the back check. Samuelson goes D to D. Buffalo takes it now up, gains the center ice. Middlestad into the offensive zone. Here's a long shot right off the post. Good early chance there for Buffalo. It was absolutely ripped off the pipe. I believe that was, I couldn't tell. Couldn't get the jersey number on that, but absolutely ripped it. Might have been Greenway. Moved back now. Lightning keep it in. Nick Paul dumps it down low. Connor Clifton on it. He backhands it up the wall. There's Greenway. Back down below the goal line for Clifton. He's got Eric Johnson. Passes past him, trying to get it to Zach Benson. Benson able to chip it out of the zone, but it's carried right back in now. Sherry with a shot, turned aside by Levi. Up it goes now. Greenway clears. Benson chases. Just going to backhand it deep while the rest of the Sabres get a change. Hey, that is great, Heather. Congratulations. I hope it goes well for you. And I hope you get the job. That's awesome. Yeah, former Bruin Connor Clifton, now in Buffalo. He signed a nice contract with the Sabres in the offseason. I believe it was a 4-year deal. So he stays in the Atlantic Division as the Sabres go off sides entering the offensive zone here. We get a stoppage, 17:42. Already pretty fast pace to this one as these teams have gone up and down the ice. And our first stoppage here. Just over 2 minutes in. What's going on, Vernon? Welcome. Alex, always great to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. Great to have you guys in the chat as always. We got a great matchup between the Lightning and the Sabres here tonight. And really expecting a good game between these two. Still looking for our first goal as Tampa takes it. Turned over, stolen away by Okposo. He's drop pass for Tyson Jost. Doesn't connect as it's poked away from him and the Lightning get it back out. What's going on, Kyle? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Capitals did get their first win against the Flames. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. I couldn't remember if it was last night or 2 nights ago. It was last night. And a long shot there. Devin Levi makes this glove save, covers it up with 17:10 to go. Tampa will get an offensive zone face-off. Hello from Russia. Welcome in. I'm sorry I can't read your name because I can't read Russian, but welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. Just about 3 minutes into this one. Tampa will look to win this offensive zone draw and get some scoring opportunities out of it. Worked around now, played down low. Jeff Skinner with it, looking for a passing option. Sends it back to the point. Played over to Dahlin. Dahlin gets away from Hagel. Moved to the middle. Here's Skinner. He gets a shot off a good stick defensively by Tampa. Gets in the way of that one. It goes up into the netting. And we get a whistle. Offensive zone draw for the Sabres now. Long shot there. Johansson able to get to it. Johansson made the save as he squeezes that one under the arm. A good long point shot for the Sabres. They'll get another O-zone draw here just a few seconds after the first one. Off the draw, Lightning trying to clear. That one just gets past Hedman. And now Johnson goes D-to-D with it as Clifton passes up. Deflected deep into the offensive zone. Cousins will chase along with Peterka. Lightning get to it first, so up to Cirelli who dumps it in. Around the wall it goes. Levi comes out to play it. I think both these teams are pretty evenly matched at this point. Buffalo is trying to make the playoffs. They were only 1 point away from making it last year. They're definitely looking to improve even further. So we got a good long shot there and a save by Levi. Yeah, I think both of these teams are going to be fighting for playoff position all season long. So there's a pretty even matchup between these two. Buffalo is one of these teams that everyone, myself included, is expecting a big jump from this year. Like Buffalo's that team. Everyone's like, all right, they're finally going to get into the playoffs. If they're going to get into the playoffs, somebody from the Atlantic has to drop out, and it's going to be interesting to see which Atlantic team that is if Buffalo does make it, but. Nothing's going to be easy. The Atlantic Division is an absolute dogfight this year. I mean, you really have 7 out of 8 teams that are potentially playoff teams as the Sabres carry this one up into the offensive zone. Obviously, all 7 of them can't make it, so there's going to be some good teams left on the outside looking in. Hagel with it now for the Lightning through the neutral zone. Drop pass to Point into the offensive zone. Shot gets blocked. Second chance, not able to get it past the Sabres D. Zachary Benson has it now. He's pestered. Gets a pass over to Middlestat. Gains the red line and dumps it in. What's going on, Brian? Welcome in. Awesome to see you. Thank you for being here. Hey, thanks for watching, Zach. I appreciate it. Happy to be here and glad that you enjoy the stream so much. Around it goes now, down in the corner. Okposo cycles it to the other side. Move to the middle. Here's Yost with it. Hey, what's going on, Jerry? Great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you here as we got a penalty call coming up against the Lightning. And I believe that's going to be a holding call against Tampa Bay here. And the first power play of the game goes to Buffalo. Connor Sherry off to the penalty box. Former Pittsburgh Penguin, former Buffalo Sabre, and former Washington Capital. Connor Sherry now makes his way to the sin bin as he gets called for holding. Grabbed onto Henry Jokiharju there. That's going to give Buffalo a 2-minute power play. Their first man advantage of the game. 14:27 left in the period. Still looking for our first goal. What's going on, Donna? Welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Great to have you here, as always. Chip to the middle. And the Sabres turn it over as it's taken by Cirelli. Here's a shorthanded break for Cirelli. Good job getting back by Dahlin to deny him any shot attempt. However, Hedman has the puck, and the Lightning are happy to kill some time as that's played through. Here's Hagel, shorthanded. Oh, he just rips it wide. Another great shorthanded opportunity for the Lightning, but Hagel missed the shot wide. However, there's a delayed penalty call against the Sabres. I believe it's going to be a slash. And that is going to negate the power play as we now go 4-on-4. Or no, it's a hook, not a slash. Excuse me. Alex Tuck to the penalty box. And we're going to get about a minute and a half of 4-on-4 now as the Lightning almost struck shorthanded. Hagel missed the shot wide, but Tuck got the stick right into his hands as he was trying to shoot that one. And that results in the penalty. Hey, what's going on, Andrew? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming in. I haven't really seen him play much this year, Brian. Sherry's always been a decent middle six option. Generally better suited for the third line, but he's got some good hands and can score. And he's been that throughout his career. I haven't really seen him much this year, though, so I don't know how he's playing or anything. Here's Kucherov back the other way. Lightning on the rush. Offensive zone shot. That one's just over the bar. What's going on, Avi? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Good to have you in the chat. Sabres get into the offensive zone, but now they'll peel off for a change. Lightning do as well as Sergachev holds behind his net. 40 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. 13 minutes left in the first. What's going on, Raji Ghost? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Always good to see you. As that one's dumped deep by the Lightning, they'll look to establish the forecheck. Both teams have had some quality chances so far. I would say slightly higher quality to the Lightning. Jokiharju trying to change that. Gets a shot off. Saved by the pad of Johansson. Back the other way now. Here comes Hagel again into the offensive zone. He moves to the middle and loses the puck as Benson comes the other way. Hey, what's going on, Fire Strike? Malika, welcome in. Great to see you all. Thanks so much for coming by. As 4-on-4 comes to a close, now it's a short, abbreviated power play for Tampa. They already have less than 30 seconds to go on that. One rush up ice now as Braden Point takes the puck over the red line into the attacking zone. Passed over to Paul. Paul gets hit there by Clifton. Keeps possession for Tampa. Back to the blue line. Kept in by Hedman. Long shot through traffic, deflects wide. Clifton down low. Sends it up to Greenway as the penalty expires. We're back to 5-on-5. Here's Tage Thompson in. Tries to go 5-hole, but can't get it through. Good chance there. Thompson in behind the defense. However, he was nagged the entire way by the Lightning defender getting back. Sabres not able to keep it in the zone now. Back the other way. Into the offensive end. It's Asamont. Michael Asamont fires a sharp angle shot. Saved by Levi. Back to Perbix at the point. Taken now by Tyson Jost. Buffalo trying to break it out of their end. Back the other way, shot, and they score! What a shot! Zemgus Girgensons absolutely snipes one for Buffalo, and the Sabres strike first. The fourth line gets it done as Girgensons rips that one over the glove of Jonas Johansson, and it is 1-0 Sabres as they have their first lead of the season. Like I said, they are 0-2 on the year. They get their first lead at any point this season, and it's a big one here early for the Sabres. Big fourth line goal there for Buffalo, getting it from the depth guys. Girgenson's been on this team a long time. I think he's actually the longest tenured Sabre still on the team. Lightning trying to answer back it the other way now. Bogosian able to keep it in, sends it back to the corner. Austin Watson with a good hit there on Connor Clifton is the fourth line out for Tampa, trying to get some momentum switched back into their favor. Oh my God, fire strike. That's hilarious. Your dorm is completely full of balloons. That is hilarious. Taken by Sergachev, but the Lightning have to wait to get onside, which they do. Played now by Paul. Sends it around. Power checks Sherry. Move to the middle. Paul gets knocked away there by Greenway, who takes the puck, carries to the offensive zone. Jordan Greenway, former member of the Minnesota Wild. Can't do much with that as the Lightning steal and carry it back out. Tampa now. Barry Boulay with a shot attempt, but that got blocked away. Yoki Haru takes it back now for the Sabres as we're past the halfway point of the first period. A very fast-moving first so far between Buffalo and Tampa. Sabres hold it in their own zone. Here's Johansson. Darren Radish with it now, holding behind his own net. Passes to Sergachev. Sergachev fans on the clearing attempt. He goes back to Radish. Chased by Thompson to Sergachev again. And finally brought up out of the zone by Kucherov into the offensive end. Kucherov cuts to the middle, passes it off, trying to get the puck back. Plays it to the point. Here's Hedman off the bench. Long shot, deflected in! And just wide of Devin Levi in goal for Buffalo. Back out now, long shot again. Chance out in front. Levi comes across and makes a big pad save. What's going on, Gordon? Welcome. Thanks for coming by. We got a good one going. Tuck with a shot and Johansson with a blocker stop. Back the other way now, it's Hedman. End to end, these two teams go. Shot there. Chipped up the boards. Not out. Jeannot plays it back down low. Tuck steals away from Asamont. Jeannot lands a big hit. Bogosian keeps it in. Out high for Michael Asamont. His shot got blocked. Brought up now. Cleared out by Eric Johnson. Bogosian has to chase back to his own end. Here's Jeannot. Gets it back deep. Asamont will chase to the corner. Levi's in for Buffalo. I know Levi started the first game for the Sabres. I'm not sure if he started all three or not, or if he didn't play the second one, but I know he started the first game against the Rangers. Did not go very well, but he's back in net here tonight. Still looking for his first win of the season. Lightning back with it in the attacking zone. What's going on, Sarah? Welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Benson, I think Benson's going to do fine. He's obviously made the team straight out of camp, has had a phenomenal preseason for Buffalo, another great young offensive player that the Sabres have. And I certainly think he's going to get his fair share of shots and maybe even get on the score sheet tonight. He's a very good young player for Buffalo. Kick to the stick. Here's Owen Power leading the rush. Passed up into the offensive zone. Along the side, played by Middlestat. He's chased by Nick Paul. Middlestat keeps possession, moves it through, back out high. Here's a blast from Jokiharju. That goes wide. Around it goes, down behind the net. 6:10 to go in this first period. Hey, what's going on? Pablo, welcome in. Mike, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Edited, thanks for coming by. Back the other way over the red line into the offensive zone. Shot there. That one misses. Greenway couldn't get it on goal. Eric Johnson plays it out in the neutral zone. Back the other way. Middlestat has it stolen away by Nick Paul. Lightning trying to carry it up. Oh, big hit at the blue line as Hagel gets absolutely stood up by one of the Sabres defensemen. Back the other way now. Buffalo into the offensive zone. Benson takes a big hit from Bogosian, but keeps possession of the puck as Thompson plays it back to the point. Stolen out there, though, by the Lightning as they'll carry up ice. Away from Samuelsson. Here's Hagel. Gets it across, trying to find Kucherov, but it's deflected away by Rasmus Dahlin. What's going on, Game Hunter? Welcome in. Yeah, Stamkos is out with a lower body injury. Aurelia, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I'm doing pretty well. It's good to have everyone in the chat. We got 5 minutes to go in the first period. Buffalo leads 1-0. Played up there by Hedman. And Jokiharju gets to it first. Trying to get it up for Tage Thompson, but it's sent back the other way by the Lightning. Jeannot will carry it in. Braden Point. Not able to do much with that. He gives the puck away as Alex Tuck comes up now for Buffalo, driving wide around Sergachev. Not able to find anybody in front. Plays it back to the blue line. Long shot, sharp angle, and Skinner scores! Jeff Skinner makes it 2-0 Sabres. What a beautiful play. I think it was Owen Power with the pass to find Skinner left all alone on the back door, and he roofs it before Johansson can get over. And an absolutely phenomenal play here from Buffalo makes it 2-0. And it is 2-0 here, first period. A phenomenal pass from Owen Power. Skinner does the rest as he roofs it. And it's Sabres taking control here in period number 1. They're right back into the offensive zone, trying to extend the lead even further. 4:15 to go. Move back now. There's another shot. Johansson makes that save. Girgensons was going to the net, and Cirelli's giving Girgensons a little bit of a rough ride. Tampa trying to stir the pot here now and get themselves into this game, as we're going to go to a commercial break. Hey, what's going on, Aries? Welcome in. Yo, Hockey Bro! Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Hockey Bro, everybody. Newest subscriber on the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here, and hope you enjoy. Yeah, no, tough start here for the Lightning. Buffalo, I mean, we knew that Buffalo was going to be desperate in this game. They're looking for their first goal or first win of the season. They're back on home ice. They really want to get the job done here. You know, this is a big game for them. There was a lot of hype about the Sabres going into this season. Everyone, you know, most people who do predictions and stuff had Buffalo making the playoffs this year. They were a team that was expected to make that jump, and then they got off to they're off to an 0-2 start. Really did not play well in their first game. Their second game was a lot closer, but this is an important game for them to get into the win column, and I think that's what we're seeing here from the Sabres in the first period of this one. A team that really, really knows they need to get into the win column. But, yeah, here we are, commercial break. Oh, coming back from the commercial break now. No beer for me tonight. I got work tomorrow, and I'm just not feeling it. But I do have a nice brisk iced tea, so iced tea for me. Got this baby cracked and ready to enjoy a fun hockey game tonight. Yo, Red Rubber, what is going on? Always great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely possible, Pablo. I mean, they're going to be out. They're going to be without Vasilevsky for a pretty significant amount of time. And with how good the Atlantic Division is and how tough it's going to be in the Atlantic Division, it's definitely possible. Hey, thank you so much, Dan. Yeah, this is one of my favorite hats. I don't get a chance to wear it all that often, so even though there's no Original Six, I'm not streaming an Original Six game tonight, I did want to wear it. Yes, I do, Sarah. I think Devin Levi is one of the better young goaltenders in the NHL. I think he's going to do very well. Let's see. I hope Drac, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm trying to say hello to everybody. My apologies if I missed you as Chernak steps up for a big hit. Lightning take the puck back in their own end. Hedman D to D. Chernak again up, and Lightning dump it into the Buffalo bench. That goes out of play. We get another whistle. 3:39 remaining in the first period. I mean, Chicago's not making the playoffs this year, Kyle. I think I'll put it this way. I think Chicago is definitely better, noticeably better than they were last year. I don't think they're making the playoffs. They might win 35 to 40 games, somewhere in there. They're not making the playoffs. I'd say probably closer to like 35 wins for them. Mid-30s for Chicago wins this year. They're definitely better than last year. They're not a playoff team yet. They've still got a lot of work to do, but there is a lot to be excited about with some of their young players, playing really well out of the gate. Here's Peyton Krebs now for Buffalo. With a hit, but Buffalo keeps the puck in. Now it's stolen away by Hedman. He's going to loft it out. Chasing is Cirelli after it. No icing on the play as he and Clifton go to the end wall. Behind the net. Deflected out to the neutral zone. Tampa takes possession back. Cirelli peels off for a change after the dump in. Jeannot chases Johnson. Johnson gets away. He's able to clear it out now for the Sabres. Around it goes now. Samuelson. I think Bedard, assuming he stays healthy this year, I think is going to be somewhere in the 70s points-wise. I think he's going to be 70-something points this year. Maybe 80. I think he could get to 80 potentially, but I'd say safe bet would be 70-something. Long shot there from Sergachev, ripped wide over the blocker of Levi. We're under 2 minutes now to go. Tampa trying to forecheck in the offensive zone. Braden Point in the middle. There's a shot that misses. Lightning pinch to keep it in. Sergachev to Hagel. Hagel gets knocked down by Samuelson, and Buffalo clears it out. Down in the corner. Sabres steal it back. 1:10 to go in the first. Up into the offensive zone. There's Dahlin. What a move. Pulls it to the backhand. Tucks it in front, but Okposo wasn't able to get a stick on it. Jost gets hammered there by a couple of Lightning players. And now we got gloves off as Austin Watson hammers away on one of the Sabres. I think that was that Clifton stepping in? No. Was it... Not sure who that was for Buffalo, but after Tyson Jost got hammered along the wall, it was Zemgus Girgensson stepping in. Again, the longest tenured Buffalo Sabre veteran guy that they have kept around now for a long time. Jost gets hammered there by a combination of Watson and another Lightning player. Girgensson tries to step in, but Watson just hammers away with right hands and takes Girgensson down. We got gloves off, our first scrap of this one. And it is Tampa Bay trying to get physical and change the momentum of this game. It was a quick one, but Watson doing what he does best, getting the gloves dropped and trying to get Tampa into this game. Buffalo doesn't fight much. Tampa led the league in fights last year. So very different ends of the spectrum for these two teams when it comes to dropping the gloves, although Tampa did lose their two leading fighters from last year. Corey Perry and Pat Maroon are no longer there. And a good scrap there. Hopefully not the last either. Buffalo this year has a little bit more toughness. Connor Clifton's not afraid to get involved physically. I think a bigger forward like Jordan Greenway's not afraid to get involved physically. So Buffalo's got a little bit more grit this season than they had the past couple. And Tampa, obviously a team that's never shy. So might just be the start here. Don't see Zemgus Girgensson's fight much though, but obviously when you're stepping up in defense of a teammate, it doesn't matter who it is. You don't have to be a regular fighter to defend your teammates. That's what hockey is all about. Girgensson's does what any veteran player would do. Gets up there, defends his teammate, says, I'm not going to let Tyson Jost get hit like that, and does the right thing, steps up, even though Watson is a much, much more experienced fighter. And it looks like Girgensson's is going to get an instigator here. He did jump right in after that hit, and Tampa's on the power play, so Tampa to the power play, and we'll see what they can do. Nice blocker save there by Levi. Trying to work it around now, played by Sergachev. Back to the point. Hedman gets it across for Kucherov. Kucherov, under 30 seconds left here in the first period. Long shot there. That one gets stopped by Levi. Lightning keep it in. Braden Point back over. Sergachev with it. 12 seconds to go. There's a shot. Levi with the blocker save. And Kucherov takes it from the corner, looking for one last chance out in front. That puck is loose. Digging for it as the horn sounds. And that is the end of the first. as we get to the end of the first here. Tampa's power play will carry over into the second. We've made it to the first intermission, and the Buffalo Sabres, after 20 minutes, lead it 2-0 over the Tampa Bay Lightning in this important divisional battle. And we've got 20 minutes down, 40 more minutes of hockey still to go in a fun one, as we got 2 goals and a fight in that first period. Couldn't ask for much more than that. Fast-paced game, some physicality, some good speed, some offense for the Sabres. And we'll see what the rest of this one is going to bring us. Tampa struggled in that first. Buffalo absolutely outplayed them across the board here in period number 1. But we'll see if that Austin Watson fight can get some juice flowing for the Lightning. And, they're on the power play here. Maybe they've got a shot to get themselves some momentum in their favor and get back into this game. There's still a lot of hockey left to be played. Yeah, Devin Levi was phenomenal in that period. The shots that Tampa did get, he was able to make all the big saves on, for sure. Lucic back on the Bruins. Yeah, I mean, on a cheap contract for a fourth-line guy stunner, I'm happy with it. I love having Luch back on the fourth line. He's a good veteran player. He fits the Bruins style of hockey. He's big, he hits, he fights, he does everything you want a fourth-line guy to do. I'm glad to have him back, and obviously I don't want him on a contract like his last contract was, because he's not even close to that good of a player anymore. But in the proper role, on a cheap deal, he's very much worth it. Hey, Kano, what is going on? Welcome in. Probably, I don't know, Aries. That's tough. Probably not, but I guess you can never say never. Daniel, what's going on? Welcome. Have a good night, Duke. What's going on, Lil Beastie? Welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Really appreciate it. It is 3-0 Minnesota now over Montreal. We haven't checked in other scores yet. Philadelphia in the third period against Vancouver up 2-0. Arizona and the Islanders just played a 0-0 first period. Not much of a surprise there. Edmonton and Nashville still 0-0. That game just started. LA and Winnipeg just started. That game's also 0-0. Coming up later, we've got Colorado and Seattle. They haven't started yet. Seattle's off to a pretty rough start. They have yet to win a game. Carolina plays San Jose. And Dallas and Vegas, obviously a great matchup there. They met in the conference finals last year. 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference. And, yeah, exciting late night matchup there between those two. Yes, I did, Kano. I mean, they're guys that really don't play much as far as NHL minutes go, but I did hear about it. Hey, thank you, Monkey. I appreciate it. I have not watched any of the MLB playoffs, Andrew, no. Honestly, I have no idea, Lil Beastie. I haven't talked to him since some point last season, so I honestly don't know. No, I do not think the Capitals are going to make the playoffs, no. Colorado game under 6.5. Oh, I have not been doing well with over-unders this year, Sheer, so that's tough to say. I would lean, I don't know, That's one that I certainly won't be betting myself. That game could end up being like 6-4, or that game could end up being like 3-1. I really don't know. It totally depends on how the goaltenders play. I assume it's Georgiev in net for Colorado and Grubauer for Seattle. Totally depends on whether the goalies show up or not. Yeah, Nije. I think Vasilevsky being out is pretty much showing how valuable he is to the Tampa Bay Lightning, because they have really struggled without him. And yeah, they just don't have much capable goaltending other than Vasilevsky. So with him out, it's tough. Hey, there you go, Kano. That's awesome. Going to the Penguins game Saturday. That's next Saturday. That's fantastic. Hope you get to see a great one. All right, so we are here at the intermission. First intermission, it's 2-0 Buffalo, looking for their first win of the season. They had a very strong first period. We'll see if they can continue that the rest of the way. But again, thank you guys all so much for being here. Obviously, awesome to have you tonight. See a lot of familiar names in the chat. It does help out a lot, as most of you guys know. If you can hit that thumbs up button, helps the channel, helps the video get seen by more people. And if you want to become part of the channel community here, would love for you to subscribe as well. You don't have to, but if you want to, come by for live streams. I'm doing it just about once a week during the season this year, and back into streaming games again. Really excited for the new year and doing this again, and happy to have you become part of the group here. Let's see. No, Andrew, I have not watched any of the early football games. No, I will watch it probably when the Patriots play in Germany, but I haven't watched any of the London games. No, but I've like kept up with the scores, but I haven't watched them. Yeah, I mean, the thing with the Habs looking terrible, though, is like that was a team nobody had any expectations for this year. Like, everyone kind of knew the Habs were going to be bad. Whereas, you know, some teams like Seattle starting off as bad as they have, they were in the playoffs last year. That's a little bit more of a surprise. The Devils haven't exactly been great out of the gate either. You know, they were a playoff team last year, so I mean, the Lightning who we're watching here tonight, not off to a great start. So I feel like at least the Habs, everyone kind of knew that, you know, this is what we were going to get with Montreal. Yo, we have a legend in the chat. Let's go. HTH is here. What is up, John? Awesome to see you, bro. Thanks so much for coming by. Awesome to have you here. Wow, we got the legend himself, HTH, in the chat. That is fantastic. My next live stream will be Saturday. I'm going to do a Saturday afternoon game because I want to do a Western Conference matchup. So I will have the Anaheim Ducks against Arizona Coyotes at 4 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday afternoon. That should be an interesting one. A lot of young talent. A lot of young talent on the ice between those two teams. Teams that are still rebuilding and certainly not playoff caliber yet, but are trending upwards and have a lot of good young players that are really fun to watch. So I'm actually excited for that game, even though it's Ducks and Coyotes, and you probably look at that matchup and are like, why are you doing Ducks and Coyotes? There's a lot of good young players to watch between those two teams, and Saturday afternoon should be a fun one. Hey, Montreal, right as I'm talking shit about them, gets on the board and makes it 3-1. Perfect timing. So the Habs get themselves on the board there. 4 goals now in that game, about halfway through it. Hopefully the goal scoring continues because I took the over 6.5 in that game. I also took Minnesota to win as well. So hopefully that game stays right about on pace with what it's at now. I would not mind I wouldn't mind a 6-2 Wild win. I would be happy with that. Yes, Sabres are looking good, Jay. Absolutely. They had a fantastic first period here. Obviously looking for their first win. Desperate team trying to get themselves in the win column on home ice, and came out ready to play, no doubt about that. No, I do not think Philadelphia is making the playoffs this year. No, Austin. I do too, Jay. I do as well. I think it's going to be a really fun game too. Honestly, Kano, I'm not sure who the youngest team is. I know that the Penguins and the Capitals are the 2 oldest, but I didn't really look at the other end of that spectrum. Youngest NHL teams right now. Buffalo is the youngest. Buffalo is the youngest with an average age of 25.5. And Pittsburgh is the oldest with an average age of 30.8. And Pittsburgh is the only team in the NHL to have an average age of their player above 30. And they're the oldest team in the league. Buffalo right now is the youngest. No, I don't think the Flyers are going to trade Hart during the season, Derek. Depending on how the season goes, maybe that's something that they, around draft time, they might discuss, and maybe, make that like a draft day trade or something if they can get something done. But it's going to depend on how the season goes, because I think it depends on how far away they think they are from actually being potential playoff teams again. If it's going to be like 6 years, then they probably trade Hart. If they think they can get back into competing for a playoff spot within like 3 years, then maybe they just keep Hart and try and, build up as quickly as they can in front of him. No, Jack Studnicka is with Vancouver now, Jay. He got traded away last year or the year before. I forget exactly. He got traded away. He was not very good. The Red Wings will be a borderline team, Tony. I think they'll be in the hunt. I also think that they're in an extremely tough division, and it's going to be really hard to make the playoffs in the Atlantic because there are so many good teams in the Atlantic. So the Red Wings will be in the hunt. They're going to be in contention. It's just going to, it's probably going to come down to just a few wins here and there as far as who gets in from the Atlantic and who the first couple teams left out are. The Avalanche aren't going to be winning back-to-back, Andrew. Vegas won the Stanley Cup last year. Pat Maroon plays for the Minnesota Wild now, Kano. All right, we just got a couple more minutes here, the intermission, and then we'll be starting period 2. Again, Tampa's got some power play time carrying over. Believe it's about 45 seconds of power play time will carry into the second period. Buffalo leads 2-0, and we'll see what kind of action the second period will bring us. I don't have any planned right now, Jay, no, but we'll see what happens. Kind of depends on my work schedule and stuff, but I'll definitely get to at least a game or 2 this year. I mean, that's very possible, Ottawa Senators outlook. Very possible. I mean, the only team that is kind of out of it from the get-go is Montreal. Like, everybody knows Montreal's not making the playoffs. The other 7 teams in the Atlantic all have a shot to be a playoff team. I mean, obviously, we know that all 7 of them can't make it, but they all have a chance to be a playoff team. I do, Kyle. I picked Buffalo to make the playoffs this year. I mean, they were only 1 point away last year. They should be better with another year of growth this season. I do. I think Buffalo can get into the postseason this year, finally, for the first time since 2011. Yeah, I mean, the prices for most professional sports games are just absolutely absurd, Jay. You can't go to a game without spending a ton of money. It's unbelievable between everything, not just the ticket, but all the other, parking or some sort of transportation to get there, food, drinks, all that. It's so expensive. It's unreal. Firestrike has never seen the Sabres in the playoffs. I remember the last year that the Sabres made the playoffs in 2011, they lost to Philadelphia in the first round. That was my 2010-2011 year. That was my freshman year of high school. Was the last time the Sabres were in the playoffs, and they lost to the Flyers in the first round. All right, here we go. We're getting back into the action, getting ready to go for the second period. Teams are back out on the ice. Once again, really appreciate you guys all watching. It's been a fun game so far. It's got everything I could have asked for. Fast-paced, couple goals already, a fight with Austin Watson and Zemgus Girgensons. I can't complain about that first period. Let's see what the second is going to bring us now, as these teams line up at the center dot. And face-off won by the Lightning as Hedman plays it back. Kucherov with it. Minute to go on the power play. Excuse me. I was a little off on how much time Tampa had left. Minute to go on the power play as they set up shop now in the offensive zone. Kucherov with it along the half wall, down in the corner. Spin around, Paul. Can't get that one on goal. It's poked away and cleared now by Buffalo. Oh, yeah, it is expensive, Brian, but I hope you get to see a good game. That'll be an interesting one because Vancouver's not playing very well tonight in Philadelphia, so we'll see if the Lightning can can take advantage of home ice in that one. Behind the net now is the final 5 seconds. Tick off the power play. It's Brandon Hagel over to Sergachev, up to Chernak. Chernak into the offensive zone. Power play's over. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Buffalo still leads 2-0 here early in the second. Sabres trying to get the offense going now as they backhand it deep. Krebs goes on the forecheck. Lightning trying to get themselves on the board as Hagel backhands it in front. Can't get it through to Jeannot. Barré-Boulet takes a hit, cycles low. Jeannot off of a skate. Kept in out high by Chernak. Jeannot then backhands it, turns it over. Skinner the other way to Thompson into the offensive zone, too far in front of him. Lightning clear it out again. Yes, Sarah, you think Buffalo's going to win 4-1. We shall see. A lot of hockey left to be played here as Owen Power has the puck. Backhanded up, glove down. Lightning come the other way. Here's a break shot. And that one's ripped just wide. Tried to go glove side on Levi, but missed the net. The other way now. Another chance for Buffalo as that one once again misses the net. Chances at both ends. Nobody can actually get it on goal. Back to the point now. Played by Yoki Haru. Slap shot from Skinner out high. Deflects off a body and wide. Tuck tries to center for Thompson, but can't get it through. Asamont clears the zone. Here comes Tampa the other way with a shot. That one up and over the bar. High off glass. Tuck up the wall. Gets it out to the neutral zone. Middlestat with speed. Casey Middlestat carries now into the offensive end. He gets double-teamed and loses the puck. Lightning trying to go the other way. Now we got a big battle for it and delayed penalty coming up. And a holding call coming. Against who? I think they blew the whistle when Tampa touched the puck. No, is it Buffalo with the penalty here? It was a big-time battle between Middlestat and Cirelli. I think the penalty is going to be on Middlestat. It is Casey Middlestat going to the penalty box. I don't know why the referee blew the whistle there, though. They blew the whistle when Tampa touched the puck, which would indicate that the penalty was against the Lightning. However, now it's Tampa on the power play and Casey Middlestat's in the penalty box. So the Lightning go to the power play, and I'm dumbfounded at why the referee blew the whistle when he did, but Tampa with another chance here on the man advantage to try and get themselves on the board. They're 0 for 2 on the power play so far. 3 minutes into the second. Offensive zone draw. Kucherov back to the point. Hedman as they set up shop now in the offensive zone. Sergachev to Hedman to Kucherov. Kucherov trying to find the middle. It's stolen away by Tage Thompson, but he doesn't clear it out. Second chance by Samuelson does get it out to the neutral zone. Hey, what's going on, Brendan? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Kucherov carries, attacking zone. Hedman over to the far side. Sergachev back to Hedman. Tees one up. That shot just blocked wide. Kucherov keeps it in the offensive zone. Down in the corner. Check there on Johnson as both teams dig for this puck. Samuelson in there, heavy. Pinning along the wall, Nick Paul. It's worked up the boards now. Sergachev plays it back down low. Paul comes in, knocks down Eric Johnson. Pass attempt worked all the way back out to Hedman. A minute to go on the power play. Chance for Sergachev. Cross ice for Kucherov. He fumbles the puck, gets it back. Then almost turns it over as the puck's moved to the middle for Braden Point. Off the skate of Nick Paul there, and Buffalo clears it down. Sabres trying to go 3 for 3 on the kill against a pretty good Tampa power play. Not getting much going with the man advantage so far. 30 seconds to go on the opportunity. Under 15 and a half now to go in the second period. Both goals for Buffalo coming back in the first. Sherry can't carry it in. Barré-Boulet Gets it back to Radish. Over to Jeannot. Jeannot to Barré-Boulet, who's looking for a shot attempt. Can't drive the net. Circles back. Radish out high. Over to Hagel. Hagel back to Radish with a shot there. That one misses as it deflects off a body and goes off the end boards. Final seconds of the power play ticking off. Barré-Boulet with it. We're back to 5-on-5. Lightning still have it in the offensive zone, but we're even again. Kept in over Hagel now. Long shot. That one misses wide. The Tampa definitely has more missed nets than shots on goal. There is no doubt about that. They are, I would say at least 60 to 70% of their shot attempts have been missed nets here. Sabres finally come back the other way. It's dumped in by Middlestat. Lightning take it now, but deep in their own end as they'll look to work it up. Played over now to the neutral zone, up into the offensive end. Jokiharju goes back for it as the Sabres regroup in their own zone, and Dahlin rushes up, gains the red line into the offensive zone, gets it over to Dylan Cousins. Cousins has had a pretty quiet night tonight. Haven't said his name much. Long shot by Dahlin, a stick save by Johansson up into the netting, and we get a whistle with 13:34 to go here in period 2. Still 2-0 Sabres from back in the first, and we get a whistle here and an offensive zone draw for Buffalo on the way when we get back from our first commercial break now of the second. So, commercial stoppage here, a chance to catch our breath. Thank you everybody for watching. It's great to have you here. Appreciate you guys all coming by. Again, my next live stream, I'm going to do one Saturday afternoon. Western Conference, finally chance to do a Western Conference matchup. Anaheim Ducks against the Arizona Coyotes. A lot of young talent in that game. Going to be a fun one. So hope to see you there. Other scores going on around the NHL right now. The Philadelphia Flyers continue to lead Vancouver 2-0. Minnesota is up 3-1 on Montreal. The Islanders have taken a 1-0 lead over Arizona. Edmonton's up 2-0 on Nashville. LA and Winnipeg is still 0-0. Those are your games that have started so far. Stamkos has a lower body injury, Brendan. Obviously, they don't say exactly what, but he's got a lower body injury. And he missed last game, and he's out tonight as well. Brisk iced tea tonight, Jay. I got work tomorrow, so no beer for me or anything. Job's good, Dan. Job's good. No complaints from me, that's for sure. Just kind of settled in now. Been there for a few months and just trying to do the best job that I can. Here we go now. Carried up into the offensive zone. Chernak over to Point. Point with a shot. Sticked aside by Levi. And that goes up into the netting as well. So we get another whistle. The Lightning flip the ice, and now it will be an offensive zone face-off for them with 13:22 to go here in the second. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins just made it 3-0 in favor of Edmonton. Also, Minnesota apparently has gone up 4-1 now over Montreal, so they are in complete control of that game. Hey, Barry, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. Great to see you as always. Lightning trying to get themselves on the scoreboard here in the offensive zone. Middlestat steals the puck, though, gets it over to Greenway. Greenway gets it up to Samuelson jumping into the play. He drops one back. Greenway with it. Cycle game going to Middlestat. Sabres have it now in the offensive zone. Worked out again. Long shot. That one deflects wide. Hey, Cole Smith versus Adam Ernie dropping the gloves. Let's go. As we're going to get a hooking penalty now in this one. Let's see who's headed to the box here. Referee from out in the neutral zone called it. It looks like it's going to be Darren Radish to the penalty box and Buffalo to the power play. Already up by 2, trying to make it a 3-0 game. Hey, Sam, what is going on? Great to see you in the chat, my friend. It's going pretty well. How are you? Thanks so much for stopping by. Buffalo to the power play here. They're 0 for 1 so far in this game, but they weren't on the power play very long, and then they took a penalty themselves to negate it. So we'll see if they get the full 2 minutes here, or maybe they score. Dahlin with a shot. Nice save there by Johansson. Second chance for Tuck, but he flubs the shot wide. Tage Thompson with it now. Sabres set back up in the offensive zone. Dahlin over to Cousins. Down to the corner, Skinner. Trying to get it back to Cousins. Over to Dahlin. Good puck movement here from Buffalo. Move to Tuck. Cousins in front trying to find Skinner. Couldn't connect. And a loose puck battle won there by Tampa, but they don't get it out. Great keep-in by Dahlin out at the blue line. Working around. Played here by Thompson. Tage Thompson down low for Skinner. Skinner behind the net. Trying to wait for something to open up. Can't get it to Tuck. Plays it over to Cousins. To Dahlin. Now Skinner with a shot. Johansson comes across. Under a minute to go on the power play. Buffalo's had good possession and has had a couple of chances. Even though they haven't scored, this has been a solid power play for the Sabres. They get it deep now as Thompson will chase to the corner. He's hit along the wall. Gets it back to Skinner. Played to Dahlin. They set back up. Long shot there. That one just misses wide and deflects up and out of play. Looked like it was Cousins getting a piece of it in front. We get a whistle with 11:26 now remaining in the second. Buffalo still leads 2-0, trying to extend it. Wow, McDavid with a filthy goal makes it 4-0 Edmonton now over Nashville. We got a beatdown going there. Holy cow. Off the face-off, another shot wide. Lot of wide shots in this game for both teams. I think they've been a little bit more egregious for Tampa, and the fact that Tampa has no goals also doesn't help, but both of these teams are missing the net a lot. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Sabres drop it back to Middlestat. Second power play unit on the ice. Zach Benson with it now, driving in front, fakes a shot, tries to come around the net and pass to Krebs, but he can't get it through. It's stolen by the Lightning, and they clear it out, killing off the penalty as we are back to 5-on-5. And Buffalo now 0 for 2 on the power play. Tampa kills it off. Approaching the halfway point of this game. Lightning back in their own zone. They're able to clear. Braden Point trying to win the race. Negates the icing. Sabres get it, though, down in the corner. Here's Middlestat trying to spin it up the wall. Moves it to the middle. Almost turned over. Gets some help, though. And eventually chipped out of the zone. Lightning get it right back in. Played now Hedman. He fires one in. Sent aside. Another long shot misses. That one looks like it hit a stick in front. Goes off the end boards, and the Sabres steal it back. Middlestat backhands it over to Power. Power chips it up and out of the zone. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second. Lightning trying to carry back in. Sabres do a good job standing up defensively. Lightning will try again. Braden Point gets stood up. Here's a chance now for Kucherov. There's a shot and a big glove save as Devin Levi snags that and grabs it with the glove. 9:40 to go. Ozone face-off for the Lightning on the way after this commercial break. But a great save there from the young Sabres netminder, and this remains a 2-0 Buffalo lead. Wow. So when Tampa does get it on goal, Devin Levi has come to play tonight, and he is making some nice saves. NHL.com still says 4-1 in the Minnesota-Montreal game, Andrew. Also, the Philadelphia game has gone final. It is a 2-0 win for Philadelphia. So, after the Vancouver Canucks opened their season by scoring 8 goals on the Edmonton Oilers, they, in their third game of the season, now get shut out by the Philadelphia Flyers. That was my sister's boyfriend just bought a house, Barry, a few weeks ago. And that was a lot of stuff that got moved to his new house. Ooh, Gabe Vilardi leaves the game with a right knee injury. That's not good for Winnipeg. Hang on, I'm watching a replay of this McDavid goal now before we get the puck dropped again. Oh my God, that is filthy. That is absolute filth. Connor McDavid is unreal. Oh man, I don't know how guys get so good at hockey now. I could never even dream of pulling something like that off. All right, here we are, 9:39 left. Offensive zone faceoff for the Lightning. But the Sabres win it defensively. Trying to lift it out of the zone, they do. Cleared. Lightning regroup at neutral ice. Down low, Eric Johnson chases. Passes up. There's Girgensons. He dumps it deep. Excuse me, no, that was Okposo dumping it deep. Girgensons now heavy in on the forecheck. Jostin there helping as well. What is going on, Kelly? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Okposo cycles with Girgensons. He's been all right, Sam. Hasn't really had much of an impact on this game one way or the other. But he's been all right. I haven't noticed him get a ton of ice time, but he's a third pair guy for them, so it's been fine. Sabres with it now, trying to get a pass through to Skinner, doesn't connect. Lightning can't clear. Nick Paul has some trouble getting it out. Skinner can't get it through to Thompson. Tage Thompson double-teamed in the corner. Nick Paul comes away with the puck. 8.5 to go in the second. It's moved to the middle. Good step up, though, by Samuelson. Into the offensive zone. Skinner with it. Pass across. Back out in front. Deflected back to the corner. Paul chases. He gets rubbed out along the wall. Played back out high to Dahlin. To Thompson. Looking for a play in the middle. Here's Skinner with a long shot that gets blocked. Thompson keeps it in the offensive zone. Played over to Alex Tuck. Tuck able to deke around Nick Paul. Back to Tage Thompson. Over to Skinner. Jeff Skinner with it. Waiting for something to open up. Backdoor shot there. Thompson, and Johansson comes across for the save. Lightning able to clear it now as Dahlin chases back. All right, sounds good, Heather. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in and watching. Appreciate it. Thank you, Kelly. Much appreciated. Here's Zach Benson now for Buffalo. He shoots, and squeezing it under the arm is Jonas Johansson. Such a good opportunity there for the youngster Zach Benson as he ripped a shot trying to go under the short side arm of Johansson. And he wasn't quite sure if he got it at first, but he was just able to squeeze it shut in time. And that keeps this game 2-0. Off the face-off now, long shot. Johansson sees that the whole way. And he covers that one up. It will be another offensive zone face-off now for Buffalo. Working down now. Played in the below the goal line. Lightning trying to set up in the offensive zone. Still looking for their first goal of the game. They only have 9 shots on goal in this game. Middlestat takes a hit. Sabres right back in on the attack. Moved across. That one deflects up and off of Greenway's stick over the glass out of play. Fan gets a puck there. 6:39 now to go here in the second. Yes, it is, Kristen. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, Aurelia. The McDavid goal is nuts. The stuff he can do is incredible. Getting ready for this face-off now. Ozone draw for Buffalo. And looks like Braden Point's going to get kicked out of the dot, so Barre Boulay has to come in. And now Krebs is going to get kicked out of the dot. So both centers have gotten kicked out. That would be Charlie McAvoy, Kristen. Charlie McAvoy is my favorite player now that Bergeron's retired. Down in the corner. Cleared out. Lightning trying to set it up now at the other end in the offensive zone. They haven't really spent a lot of time in the attacking zone. Still only 9 shots for Tampa. And that's cleared all the way back. Krebs gets in on the forecheck against Hedman. Worked up the wall. Barre Boulay. Point touches it to Kucherov. Hedman jumps up into the play. His shot attempt goes off the skates of Dahlin into the corner. Buffalo with a chance to clear. Now here's a 2-on-1 for the Sabres. Peterka with the puck. Pass across. Goes off the defenseman Perbix. And Johansson's able to keep it out. That was an odd deflection there. Puck after it now. Peterka probably should have shot that one. Played back out. Sabres keep it in at the point. Long shot blocked again. Can't get it through. Gergensen tries. That's blockered away by Johansson. Yes, JD. Buffalo's up 2-0. Out shooting the Lightning 20-9 in this one. As we get a whistle now. And I believe it's going to be a penalty against the Sabres. So with just over 5 minutes to go in the second period, Tampa's going to the power play and Connor Clifton's going to the penalty box. Former Boston Bruin Connor Clifton off for cross-checking. And that's going to give Tampa a power play opportunity here to try and get themselves back within 1. Yeah, a little bit fire strike, but Getzlaf also had injury issues late in his career. Whereas Corey Perry's been relatively healthy. He hasn't really had a lot of injury problems or any like major injuries, where Getzlaf wasn't really healthy the last few years of his career. So I think that definitely plays a role in it. Getzlaf retired a little bit earlier, I think, than he would have had he stayed healthy. So we go to another commercial break here with just over 5 minutes remaining in period number 2. Buffalo continues to lead 2-0 as both goals came back in the first. Tampa is trying to change that here, though, with a late power play chance. Yeah, definitely. Injuries absolutely play a role in, why players retire maybe a little bit earlier than you would expect. For sure. Bergeron played through a lot of really nasty injuries. So that takes a toll on you big time. That takes a huge physical toll on you. So here we are now getting ready for the face-off in the Buffalo end. And heavy forecheck for the Lightning is able to gain them possession of the puck. Back to Sergachev. Sergachev to Kucherov. Setting up now with possession in the offensive zone. Across there for Darren Radish. Down low. Kucherov cycles all the way back through to him. Now to Nick Paul. To Kucherov again. Out high to Sergachev, to Kucherov, cross-ice pass, trying to find Radish, is read the whole way, and stolen away by Peterka. Or excuse me, that was Thompson. That was Tage Thompson with the steal. 1:20 to go here on the Tampa power play. Buffalo sends it all the way down the ice again. Okposo kills some more time here against Sergachev. Drops it back for Point. Point's going to skate up now and try and get it through the neutral zone. Passes back to Sergachev, then gets it back himself. Gets it around deep into the corner as he's hit there by Power. Glad to see you, Terry, as well. Thank you so much for being here. Great to have you as always. .45 seconds left here on the Lightning power play. Over the line, up into the offensive zone. Move to the middle. Played there by Barre Boulay. And his pass for Hedman is offline. It's cleared out of the zone by Tyson Yost. It's possible, Barry. I'm not the general manager, so I don't know what he's discussed with other teams or whatever, but it's definitely I think something that could have potentially been discussed, no doubt. And Buffalo kills off another penalty. Perfect on the penalty kill in this one for the Sabres so far as they continue to lead 2-0. And Tampa didn't even get a shot on goal. They're back into the attacking zone, trying to dig it out. Fourth line on the ice, but stolen away by Middlestat. He gets it over to Greenway. Greenway through the neutral zone, dumps it into the offensive end. Zach Benson's first on it. Him and Chernak go along the boards. That's played up now by the Lightning. They gain the red line. Carried in. Chernak gets it deep. Glendening goes in on the forecheck. Hey, David, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype for David in the chat. Welcome to the channel. Awesome to have you here. As we get an offsides now against Buffalo. And 2:31 to go here in the second period. Buffalo up by a couple, leading shots 21-9. And neutral zone face-off now. Kind of a stalemate off the draw, eventually played now by Tampa. Lightning trying to dig it down in the corner. Cousins comes in there with a good hit. Jokiharju pestered along the wall by Jeannot. Jeannot trying to dig this puck out. Gets in front, shot there, and they score! Brandon Hagel gets the goal for Tampa as Tanner Jeannot, with some great physical board play below the goal line, is able to dig the puck out, pass it in front, finds Hagel with the pass, who rips it glove side past Levi, and Tampa Bay is on the board, and it is a 2-1 hockey game. They're back within one. And huge props to Tanner Jeannot and his board work there, as he just went down, laid the body into Jokiharju, dug the puck away from him, and got it out front for Hagel. Phenomenal play there by Jeannot. Hagel gets his 3rd goal of the season, and Tampa is right back within one here, finally getting some offense going. Final minute 40 now of the 2nd period. They're setting back up in the offensive zone. Long shot by Hedman. Levi's able to see it and make the save as he covers up with 1:35 remaining. That's a big goal for the Lightning. They're right back in this one. This is not over. There's still a full period of hockey to go. This game is not done yet. Tampa wins the offensive zone faceoff. Over now to Radish. Shot through traffic off the end boards. Taken there by Cirelli. His pass is offline. And that's cleared all the way back. Lightning send it up now. Cirelli back into the offensive zone, trying to find Braden Point. Point on the back end behind the net. Chased by a couple of Sabres. Gets the puck over to Radish. Now through Sergachev. Shot there from Kucherov, but he misses it wide. Kucherov kind of flubbed that one. He gets it back, though, as Tampa keeps it in the attacking end. Under a minute now to go in the 2nd period. Puck hops over Braden Point's stick. Back to Radish now, who misses wide. Puck off the end boards. Up the wall to Skinner. Buffalo can't get it out as Radish pinches. Sabres struggling to get the puck out of their zone here. Sergachev out high. Sends one back down low for Cirelli. Over to Kucherov. Kucherov in front. Nobody home. Radish sends it deep again. Big hit there. Cirelli hammers down one of the Sabres. And now it's cleared out by Buffalo as Skinner comes back the other way and they finally get out of their zone. Skinner gets absolutely planted by Darren Radish. And Tampa has woken up, no doubt about that. 6 seconds now to go in the 2nd. It will be another offensive zone faceoff for the Lightning. And it was Braden Point and Rasmus Dahlin that were tangled up back behind the play. I thought it was Cirelli. It was actually Braden Point. And he took down Dahlin, and then they were tangled up for a while back behind the play. Absolutely, Pablo. They should absolutely be in the playoffs, and once you get into the playoffs, it's everybody has a chance once you get into the playoffs. How many times do we see low-seeded teams make deep runs? It happens almost every year. Somebody does. So everybody in the postseason has a shot. As we don't get much there in the final 6 seconds off the faceoff, other than a little bit of a board battle, and that does it. Period number 2 comes to a close, but the Lightning get themselves on the board as we head now to the 2nd intermission. Buffalo with 2 goals in the first. Lightning strike back with a goal here in the 2nd. It is a 1-goal hockey game. 2-1. Sabres lead with 20 minutes of action to go. Yeah, Florida did it last year. Montreal did it in 2021. Dallas did it in 2020. It happens. It happens a lot where we see lower seeded teams that aren't necessarily what you would call a favorite end up making deep playoff runs. It happens a lot in hockey. The Kings won the cup in what was it 2012. 2012 they were an 8 seed and they went on to win the cup. All right, everyone. So we're here in intermission. Chance to catch our breath. A chance to hang out and chill while we wait to for the third to begin. What a hockey game this has been. And we got ourselves a 1-goal game heading into the final frame. Should be a really fun third period coming up between these two. Oh, really? He played high school hockey with your son. That's awesome. Yeah, Glendenning's gone on to have a very, very good and now long NHL career. He's played in Detroit, played in Dallas. Now he's here in Tampa, playing with the Lightning. He's had a very long and good NHL career as a solid bottom 6 defensive forward. Honestly, Pablo, I have no idea. I haven't watched any of the Kraken's games, so I don't know what the issue is. I haven't seen any of their games, so I haven't seen how they're playing or, what is not going well for them. But it's definitely not been the start that they were hoping for after making the playoffs last year. They still haven't won a game yet. I do think they're going to get better, though. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be like this for the entire year. They're going to get better. Yeah, Glendenning's incredible in the face-off dot for sure. All right, so as we know, Philadelphia beat Vancouver 2-0. That game is over. Minnesota continues to lead the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. The Islanders hold a 1-0 lead over the Arizona Coyotes. Edmonton is up 4-1 over the Nashville Predators. LA and Winnipeg is still 0-0. And those are the only other games that have started so far. There is 3 more matchups later tonight that haven't started yet. Colorado play the winless Krakens. The Carolina Hurricanes are in San Jose to take on the Sharks. And a Western Conference final rematch between the Dallas Stars and Vegas Golden Knights. They met in the Western Conference Finals last year. They are playing each other tonight in Vegas. And both of those teams are undefeated so far, although Dallas has only played 1 game. But somebody is going to lose their first game of the season in that one. It's either going to be the Stars or the Golden Knights. Hey, Dominic, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, it was, Kano. This was a 7:30 Eastern Time start for this game. Oh, geez, Dominic, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a tough injury, man. But I'm glad that you don't need surgery though. So that's good. At least you don't need surgery. Yes, Buffalo should make the playoffs this year, Pablo. Yes. I think it's gonna be pretty disappointing if they don't, because that will be a step back for them after, you know, making a big jump forward last year, almost getting in last season. The expectation is that they will get in this season. The Sabres need to possess the puck, Drac. I think that's the biggest thing. They've done a very good job in this game of really not allowing the Lightning to have sustained offensive pressure. The Lightning really don't have that many shots on goal. Only 12 shots through 2 periods. I mean, that's phenomenal defensively for Buffalo to only allow the Lightning to have 12 shots this deep in the game. So if I'm the Sabres, I want to limit Lightning shots as much as possible, which they've done very well in this game doing that. And the best way to not let your opponent shoot the puck is to have the puck yourself. So I think puck possession is really going to be the key to the third here. And which team can control the puck the best themselves is going to have a really good shot. Yeah, it's funny, Dominic. The Penguins looked really bad in their first game and then have looked really good since then. So that's a good reason not to overreact early on in the season. Everything changes game by game at this point in the year. All of these teams are just starting to get their legs under them. They're just starting to get used to playing games again. Like I was talking about Vancouver earlier before you were here. Vancouver scores 8 goals and destroys Edmonton in their first game, 8-1. And then tonight gets shut out 2-0 by Philadelphia. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Well, a lot of things that happen early on in the NHL season don't really make sense. It's a different league night to night at this point in the year. Everybody's just kind of getting going, and it's usually a few weeks before things start to settle in to how they're going to be over a longer stretch of time. It's just cool. I wouldn't say it's cold yet, Pablo. No, it's cool. Yeah, and the Red Wings have had a pretty decent start to the year as well. Um, the Red Wings are a team that are trying to get themselves up into the playoffs. They're 2-1 through their first 3 games. They picked up a pretty nice win. A few nights ago. What was it? Oh no, it was they shut out the Blue Jackets last night, but their game before that, I think oh yeah, they beat the Lightning. They beat the Lightning 6-4. So that's a quality win for them. And then obviously they shut out the Blue Jackets last night. They're 2-1. The Red Wings have had a solid start to the year. So another team to kind of keep an eye on in the Atlantic Division. Another team that is going to be trying for one of those playoff spots. We'll see if they can get it. But, again, like I've been saying, the Atlantic Division is an absolute dogfight this year because you literally have 7 out of 8 teams that could potentially be playoff teams. or play at a playoff level. Obviously, they can't all make it. A maximum of 5 get in. That's at least 2 in the Atlantic that are expecting playoffs that don't make it. Minnesota has made it 5-1 now. I need one more goal in that game, and I will have my over and hopefully a wild win. Because if I get the over and a wild win, that will be nice to win both bets from that one. Yes, Crosby and Malkin have been very good to start the season. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Hey, what's going on, Wrist Rider? Welcome in. Yeah, it's been a very good game. Buffalo scored 2 goals in the first period, got out to a good lead, and then Tampa came back with a late second period goal to make it 2-1. And we got ourselves a 1-goal game heading into the third period. Should be a fun one coming up. All right, shouldn't have too much longer left in this intermission, just about 3 minutes. And we'll have the third period coming up here after this commercial break. 1-goal game heading into the final 20. This is a big period from 2 teams that really could use the win. Tampa not off to that strong of a start, only 1-2, and they've really struggled without Andrei Vasilevsky, who's going to be out for a pretty significant amount of time. And then Buffalo hasn't won a game yet either. They're 0-2 to start the year, so they're desperately looking to get in the win column as well. This should be a very hard-fought period coming up between these two. Hey Roman, what's going on? Welcome in. I mean, yeah, it's only been a few games, but the Lightning are definitely not off to the start that they were hoping for. But obviously, a comeback win tonight would definitely go a long way. No doubt about that. That would go a long way for Tampa. Buffalo also really needs this win. They do not want to start the season 0-3. They were one of the most hyped up teams heading into the year. They do not want to start 0-3. I mean, maybe, but not if they play like they did tonight. I mean, they got shut out by Philadelphia of all teams tonight. They got heavily outshot as well. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs doing that. So we'll see. I think Vancouver's biggest issue is how inconsistent they are. And I feel like we say that about Vancouver every year. They're one of the most inconsistent teams in the league. And when you look at some of the guys that they have, some of the really good players that they have, you look and you're like, this is a team that should be in playoff contention, but they're just so inconsistent that they always find themselves losing some really bad games that eventually knock them out of it. I think ultimately that's what always kills the Canucks, is that they're arguably the most inconsistent team in the league. Some nights they look like they could be a 100% lock to make the playoffs, and then other nights they look like they should be drafting top 5, and like it's all over the place with them. They never consistently play at a high level. No, I do not, Sai. I don't have time to do that. All right, here we go. Third period. Teams are back out on the ice, and we're getting ready to drop the puck. Hey, what's going on, Nathan? Welcome. Blair, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Great to see you guys in the chat. Appreciate you stopping in. Please don't forget, everyone, it really does help out a lot if you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new and would like to subscribe, become part of the community here, it would be awesome to have you. As we're going to be doing a good amount of streams, hopefully, this year. Have some fun and enjoy all the NHL action. So we'd love to have you become a part of it. Hit that subscribe button if you would like. So we're getting ready for a huge third period between the Lightning and the Sabres here. Divisional game, 1-goal game. And still very much up for grabs in the final 20. So here we go. We are underway. Lightning up into the offensive zone, looking to tie this game. They dump it deep. Barré-Boulet in on the forecheck with Braden Point. Samuelsson pins him along the wall. Puck loose. Eventually comes to Dahlin. Yeah, Blair, that was a tough loss after playing really, really well in the first 2 games. So, yeah, to only score 1 against Chicago after the goals they put up in their first 2 games, they definitely want a big bounce back against Florida for sure. KMS, what's going on? Welcome in. Could Saros win the Vezina? I just don't think Nashville's good enough for Saros to win the Vezina. Like, if they were a playoff team, he absolutely could. But I just, like, again, Nashville tonight getting blown out 5-1 by the Oilers. And it's only halfway through the game. It's already 5-1. Like, Saros isn't winning the Vezina on a team like that. It's just not going to happen. Your team has to be good for you to win the Vezina. Hey, happy early birthday, Blair. Here we go now. Lightning carried up. Hagel into the offensive zone. He gets knocked down. Crunch between a couple of defenders there for Buffalo. Greenway will try and start the breakout. He fumbles the puck along the wall. My birthday is June 30th, Cy. Sunman, what's going on? Welcome. What's going on? Great to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. Lightning keep that in the offensive zone. Shot there, blockered aside. Levi got a piece of that one. Middlestat takes a big hit from Jeannot, but Samuelson moves the puck up the wall, doesn't get it out. Big keep there by Sergachev. Into the attacking end. Round it goes. Jeannot steals it back for Tampa. He's going to gain the red line and send it in deep. Off the boards. Lightning trying to go the other way. Glendening. Big hit there as Johnson steps up. Glendening. Little bit of words there for Johnson. Gets in on the forecheck, but the Sabres move the puck back the other way. Here's Connor Clifton. Dumps it cross corner. Sabres get in on the forecheck. Zach Bogosian is back after it. Here's Perbix now for Tampa. Long pass there. Doesn't connect. 17:08 to go in the third. And that's going to end up being icing here against Tampa Bay. 12 seasons now for the Buffalo Sabres without making the playoffs. Trying to make this the year that they finally get back in. Very high expectations going into this season. And a lot of young talent on the team. Looking for their first win here tonight. They've got to hang on for another 17 minutes. As the Sabres work it in the offensive zone. Skinner can't get the shot through. Glendening with a good job defensively there. However, Perbix gets knocked down. Tuck in on the forecheck. Can't control that one. And that's cleared out to Owen Power, who has to retreat with Yoki Haru back into their own zone. I'm actually on call for work, Pablo, on Halloween and the weekend leading up to Halloween, so I won't be doing anything really for Halloween because I'll have to be ready to work if something comes up and they need me. Long shot there from Hedman, deflects off of his skate. That shot's blocked up into the netting, and we get a whistle with 16-17 remaining here in the third. Still 2-1. Played now by Connor Clifton. He clears it out through the neutral zone. Tampa steals and carries it back in. Behind the net. Played up again. Sabres trying to get it out. And this time they do. Hedman throws it back. Up here. Catching Okposo. Catches the Lightning in a change. And a big save there by Jonas Johansson. Getting a piece of it. Lightning with it now. Up to Kucherov. Kucherov hit it the red line by Power. Or excuse me, by Dahlin. That was 26, not 25. Dahlin comes the other way now, but has the puck poked off his stick. Kucherov gets it back. Sabres steal again in their own zone. Radish after it. 15:20 to go in the third. Yes, happy early birthday, Blair. Hope you have a great day. $15:05 to go here in the third. Taken by Johnson in the corner. No one wants to touch this puck because it was played with a high stick. And finally the Sabres do touch it up for the whistle. Eventually, yes, Dominic, I do. I just can't see... I can't see the Lightning not keeping Stamkos. That would be... I mean, a guy that has every opportunity to play his entire career with the team. He's won 2 Stanley Cups with the team. Like, I just can't see him playing anywhere else. It'd be so weird if he goes somewhere else. I think eventually they agree on a contract and he does get an extension. Long shot in there, a good save by Levi. He covers it up. 14:48 left here in the third, and Buffalo trying to play lockdown defensively here and keeping this slower paced. Round now up and out of the zone. Sabres back in their own end, regrouping. Down low, played around the wall. Dylan Cousins in the offensive zone. He fires a shot that misses wide. Brandon Hagel's first on it with Peyton Krebs all over him. Back the other way now come the Lightning as Jeannot gets stood up by Rasmus Dahlin. Jeannot comes back, tries to land a hit on Dahlin. Cousins comes away with the puck, though, and is able to get it out of the zone. Now he and Jeannot in front of the benches tangle up. And now they'll break apart and go off for the line change. Just that, Pablo. They're horrible. They're one of the worst teams in the league. I hope they continue to be horrible and get a really good draft pick so we can draft a new quarterback, because Mac Jones absolutely blows. Sergachev with it now down low. Barré-Boulet. 13:20 left here in the third period. Lifted out of the zone all the way down. That's going to be icing by the Sabres, and Tampa will get an offensive zone face-off coming up, looking for the tying goal. Braden Point's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle here, so Barré-Boulet's going to come in. And Alex Tuck comes away with the puck off the draw, able to clear it out for the Sabres. Down low it goes, moved across. Played here by Kucherov with speed, but nice job defensively by Clifton to steal that. And the Lightning have to go back and regroup. All right, have a good night, Tony. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. As it's carried up now. Have a great night. Austin Watson dumps that one in. Fourth line on the ice here for Tampa. Back to the point. Long shot through traffic. That one got deflected off of Watson and ends up wide into the corner. Down low now, Eric Johnson. He backhands it out of the zone. Greenway knocks it down. Here comes Buffalo into the offensive end. It's I believe that's Middlestat. Around. Move to cross to Johnson out at the point. Long shot. Nice shot block there by Glendening getting in the way. 12:20 now to go here in the third. Johnson's back out. Dumps it, passes it back in for the Sabres. Benson takes it. Drop pass played there by Middlestat. He's run along the end or sideboards. Hedman comes away with the puck and gets it out now for Tampa. Back the other way, Michael Eyssimont. Eyssimont looking for a pass in front. Nothing there. Spins around with a shot. And a nice save by Levi. As he smothers that one. Covers it up with just under 12 minutes left here in the third. Another good save for the Sabres goaltender. And they continue to lead by one. Offensive zone faceoff for the Lightning on the way. So we head to our first commercial break of this third period. And we have the same score that we started the third period with, 2-1 Sabres. No, not really, Drac. I mean, I'm at work all day, so I don't really watch any TV or anything. And I don't see anything that's on during the day because I'm at work. All right, here we are back underway. Sabres trying to get it out of their zone. Lightning keep it in. Long shot there gets knocked down. Blocked away again here by Buffalo. Buffalo back on their heels a little bit. Tampa's controlled the puck more than Buffalo has in this third. We talked about at the intermission how I thought a big key for the Sabres to hold the lead is to keep limiting Tampa's shots and possess the puck. And, you know, Tampa's not going to score if the Sabres keep the puck on their stick. They're playing a little bit too back on their heels, I think, in this period for my liking. They're allowing the Lightning to really kind of dictate the play at this point. Tampa's spending a lot of time in the Sabres zone. Another icing call here against Buffalo. And Tampa, again, is going to get an offensive zone faceoff, which they've had a lot in this third period. Off the draw, one back to Hedman. Lightning setting back up. Cirelli cycles it around. Trying to get it out in front. Jeannot can't get it there. Sabres steal, and they'll backhand it all the way down. And guess what? It's going to be another icing call against the Sabres. It's another icing call here against Buffalo. So Tampa with the opportunity in this period to start really putting some pressure on. Long shot now. There's a chance. Spin around. Oh, guess getting a piece of that was Levi on Nikita Kucherov. Wow, good shot there for Kucherov. Levi's ready, though. Able to come over and make the save. Holds the post well. Oh, I don't know if Levi actually got a piece of that. That might have been off the crossbar. Yeah, no, that wasn't even a save. That was right off the crossbar there for Nikita Kucherov. Wow. What's going on, Jacob? Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Great to have you in the chat. We got ourselves a good one here with just about 10.5 minutes to go in the third period. Still 2-1. Lightning with it again. Right back into the offensive zone. Really controlling the play here in the third. Back out to the point. Here's Chernak over to Hedman. Victor Hedman with a shot. Levi makes the save. Chipped past Kucherov, and the Sabres get it out. Back the other way. Cross corner dump. No icing in on it. And Skinner gets slashed as he was going to the net. It's going to be a penalty call against Tampa Bay. Referee blows it dead, and they actually call it a hook, not a slash. But either way, it's a 2-minute power play for Buffalo. And Jeff Skinner draws the penalty. It's going to be Barre Boulay going to the penalty box. He is not happy about it. Hooking call against the Lightning, and the Sabres have a chance now to try and get the lead back to 2 on the power play when we get back from this commercial break. This is a big chance now for Buffalo to try and extend the lead. Hey, Canadians score to make it 5-2, which means I get the over in that game. Yes. Also, Edmonton's made it 6-1, so I got the over in that game. There's 2 that hit. Also, it looks like Minnesota's going to win, so I got that one right. Edmonton's going to win. I got that one right. All right. After I did not bet Vancouver, Philadelphia very well at all. I had the over in Vancouver, and it ended up being the under in Philly. But I've definitely made up for it with these Minnesota and Edmonton games. So they have gone the way I expected. All right, anyway, here we go. Back from the commercial, getting ready to see what Buffalo can do with this power play. Setting up now off the faceoff in the offensive zone. Peterka down for Krebs, trying to get out in front for Benson. He couldn't get a stick on it. Middlestat plays it now. Low for Krebs. Over to Peterka on the half wall. Back out to the point. Here's Power. Owen Power fakes a shot, passes to Peterka. J.J. Peterka down to Peyton Krebs. Krebs in the corner, Peterka on the half wall. They play a little catch and then tried to chip it to through the middle, but it's stolen by the Lightning and cleared all the way down. Very important penalty kill here for Tampa. Good clear there. Worked around now, lifted all the way, cleared. Power. That's a coin flip game, Dean. That's an absolute coin flip game. I picked Vegas because they're at home, but I mean that you might as well just pull out a quarter and flip a coin. I mean, that game, there's absolutely no way to have any idea how that's going to go, other than both teams are really good. Around it goes now. Thompson back to Dahlin. 30 seconds left on the power play. Cousins for Skinner. Skinner to the middle. Tuck to Cousins with a shot. And Johansson makes the save. Jonas Johansson with a good stop there on Dylan Cousins. 23 seconds left on the power play. Still 2-1. Round it goes now, setting up offensive end. Back to Cousins, long shot there, blocked down in front, Tuck's backhand goes wide. Glendening on the kill, sends it all the way down, and that's pretty much going to do it for the power play. Final seconds tick off, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Even strength again, still the same score, under 8 minutes now to go in the third period. Played now by Tampa, through the middle. Barre Boulay into the offensive zone. Back to Hedman. Hedman on the backhand. Passes it over. Played there. Kucherov off the bench. Good save with the pad by Levi. And he's going to cover that one up at the top of the crease. He makes another important save, but it will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Lightning now with 7:37 to go. Levi's up to 17 saves now on 18 shots. Off the draw, one back to the blue line. Over to Sergachev. Lightning set back up here in the attacking zone. Sergachev has some trouble with it, though. He's chased out to neutral ice. Lightning carry back in. Here's Braden Point. Point. Back out high. Sergachev shot through traffic. That hits Barre Boulet's stick, which shatters it. Here's Kucherov now over to Sergachev with a shot. Levi with a big save on Sergachev. Brought up now into the attacking zone. Radish over to Sherry. Sherry with a shot. Eric Johnson with a huge block. Kept in by Bogosian. Around the boards it goes. Sabres first on it. It's Benson. Zach Benson cuts to the middle. Pass too far in front for Greenway. He'll chase to the corner. Trying to knock this one out. There's Tyson Jost with a shot. And squeezed by Johansson, who covers it up. And the Sabres now will get an ozone draw with 6:45 remaining in the period. Lightning know they need to get more shots on goal here. Still only 19 on the game. Off the faceoff, one back by Buffalo. Jokiharju keeps it in. Gergenson's down low with the help from Kyle Okposo. Up the boards, past Jost. Kept in at the blue line. Sabres send it back deep. Round it goes, down low. Puck played in there with 6:20 remaining in the third. Dumped in by Sherry. Chasing is Nick Paul. Against Owen Power. Lightning looking to reestablish possession in the offensive zone. Hedman over to Bogosian. Long shot. Able to find it Levi. And he's going to grab that one and cover it with 6:07 remaining. 20th shot on goal for the Lightning. Here we go now up into the offensive zone. Tage Thompson with a shot attempt that gets blocked. Big chance there. Buffalo just rips it wide. Huge opportunity for the Sabres, but they can't get it on goal as it misses the net. Back down low, backhand attempt. Johansson holds the post on Skinner. And he covers that one up. We get a whistle with 5:42 to go. Should be a commercial break here. Our final commercial break of this third period. Well, we'll see if you can get it or not, son, man. You would think Tampa would be, you would think that Tampa would be throwing everything at the net at this point. They need every chance that they can get to try and score. Guess it's just going to depend on how much Hagel is out there. That should be the game plan, Raji Ghost. That should be the game plan. If they don't, they're going to have trouble coming back. All right, here we go. Back from the commercial, just under 6 minutes remaining. Still a one-goal hockey game. And they're going to redo that last face-off. In the offensive zone for Buffalo. Brought up now, lifted, gloved away. Lightning have it in the neutral zone, trying to get it to the offensive end. Hedman's going to wait till they get onside, though. Brought down. Gotten by Connor Clifton. He's going to look to clear off glass and out of the zone for Buffalo. No icing on the play. Chernak back to get it. Plays it through to Cirelli. Anthony Cirelli now dumps it to the offensive zone. Jeannot will lead the forecheck. Tries to get in on that one, but it's played away from him and cleared out again by the Sabres. 5 minutes remaining. Line change now coming for Tampa. Under 5 minutes to go. They still need a goal. Braden Point line on the ice. Barré-Boulet moved into the middle. Here's Kucherov with it. He's looking to make something happen over there to Perbix, who rips one on the clapper just wide. Buffalo clears it out now. Back up the other way. All right, have a good rest of your week, Dominic. Thanks for watching. Awesome to have you here as always. Played by Eric Johnson. Chased there by Bogosian. Power down low. Lightning trying to dig this puck out. And that gets lifted out and cleared again by the Sabres. They'll get a line change. Lightning will too. 4 minutes to go. Dumped in. Third line on the ice here for Tampa Bay. Devin Levi plays that off the end boards and we'll just cover it up. 4:01 to go here in the third. It will be an ozone draw for Tampa. Under 4 minutes now to go here in the third. Played over to Hedman. Lifted up, dumped in. Sabres get to it behind their own net, but can't get it out. Nick Paul heavy on the forecheck. Owen Power will try again. And this time he's able to clear it out to neutral ice. Lightning have to regroup with 3.5 minutes now to go in the third. A little early to pull the goaltender. But another minute and a half, and you know that they're going to be thinking about it as Levi covers that one up. There'll be another attacking zone face-off for Tampa Bay. Boy, Buffalo is just hanging on at this point. Attacking zone draw. Point gets kicked out, so Barré-Boulet is going to come in to take it. And he's going to be first on the puck now in the corner. Chips it to Kucherov out in front. Here's Point. Can't get the shot off as it was on his backhand. Sergachev to Point. Around it goes. Barré-Boulet on it. Back to Sergachev, over. 3 minutes to go here in the third, out high. Sabres holding on. There's a long shot attempt by Kucherov, and then he touches it offsides, and that's going to be a deliberate offsides here by Tampa Bay. The faceoff will come all the way back down to their zone, and they're starting to show a little bit of frustration here. They're having a lot of trouble actually getting shots through, and the Sabres are playing tough defensively right now. Tampa's starting to look a little frustrated with still only 1 goal on the board. Off the face-off, 1 back. Rolls in on Johansson. He gets it to a teammate. It's cleared out. Jeannot, not able to dump it. Back the other way, Tage Thompson with speed. Brandon Hagel's back against him. Hagel falls down. Thompson takes the puck. That's gloved down now in the corner. Out in front for Thompson. Poked off of his stick. Alex Tuck gets it back. Through to Thompson. Gets a pass, trying to find Skinner, but he just couldn't connect on it. Sabres first line with a good shift in the offensive zone here. Finally stolen back by Tampa Bay, and they clear it out. They head off for a partial line change. Johansson behind the net gets it to Sergachev. 2:05 now to go in the third period. Gotta think Tampa's discussing pulling the goaltender here. We're at this point now on the clock where any offensive zone time for the Lightning, and Johansson's probably coming to the bench. He does. Empty net now for the Lightning. Sabres skating against 6 skaters, but they do have the open goal to try and score in. Lightning full-on desperation mode to tie this game. 1:35 to go in the third. Point for Barre Boulay to Kucherov. Back out high, here's Hedman. To Kucherov with a shot, and Levi makes the save. And that deflects up and into the netting. 1:27 now left in the third. It will be an offensive zone face-off for Tampa Bay. Nice save there by Devin Levi. Off the draw now, Dahlin gets it over. Lobbed out of the zone there by Buffalo. 1:20 remaining in the third. Empty net here for Tampa as they look for the tying goal. Down 2-1. Low scoring affair. Brandon Hagel chips it deep. He gets stood up there by Eric Johnson. Trying to get the puck back. It's Hedman. Over. And Sergachev has some trouble there. Gotten out of the zone by Buffalo again. Pass for Hagel's offline. That's going to be icing. Lightning ice the puck. Boy, is that a bad time to ice the puck, and now they got to put the goaltender back in. Johansson back in the net for the defensive zone faceoff. And the Sabres here with under a minute left in the third, still holding on for now. Tage Thompson on the draw. One back, though, by Tampa defensively. Played through to Hedman. Hedman gains center ice and dumps it in. Johansson comes back off for the extra attacker. And that's cleared out now by Buffalo. Here's Brandon Hagel. 35 seconds to go. Hagel can't get it through the Sabres. They stand him up at the blue line, and now Buffalo takes possession. They're going to clear it all the way. Nice save there by Sergachev getting back. Tampa still can't control clean possession, though, into the offensive zone. They'll try again as Point sends it deep. Hagel in on the forecheck. Running out of time now, 14 seconds to go. Thrown in front, and a big save there by Levi on Hagel. Hagel tries again, and he scores! Are you kidding me? With 7 seconds left, Brandon Hagel chips it past Devin Levi. And the Sabres were oh so close, but they can't hold on. And Tampa Bay ties it at 2 with 7 seconds to go. Wow, what a finish. As the Lightning, with the goaltender pulled, just get the puck to the net and chip away until it finally goes in. And we are going to go to overtime. 7 seconds left. Brandon Hagel scores his second goal of the game. And we are going to overtime here between the Lightning and the Sabres. Both teams get a point, and now it's about who's going to get the second. Wow. What a huge goal there for Tampa. Yeah, Hagel, another shot there, Sunman. A shot right into the back of the net as he's able to dig away at Levi and chip it past him. That's just a great job of crashing the net by the Lightning. I mean, that is what you do to score goals. You crash the net. And wow. What a finish here. Now we're going to OT. We're going to have some 3-on-3 action between Buffalo and Tampa. Both teams get 1 point. We'll see who gets the second. This is a big game. Boy, hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you all so much for watching. It's awesome to have you here. What a night. What a stream. And we'll see if somebody can put this away in the 3-on-3 overtime period, or if maybe we end up going to a shootout. Philadelphia's beaten Vancouver 2-0. Minnesota has beaten Montreal 5-2. The Islanders with a very Islanders win, 1-0 over Arizona. Edmonton is destroying Nashville 6-1. And the Kings have a 2-0 lead over the Winnipeg Jets. Those are your other games that have either finished or are going on right now. All right, here we go. Getting ready, lined up to start OT, 3-on-3, Buffalo and Tampa. With a big second point on the line with these two teams. Alex Tuck takes possession for the Sabres as they win the opening draw. Back to Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin with it now. Drop pass. Played by Thompson. Tage Thompson. Speed into the offensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Looking to open something up. Pulls around Cirelli, but Hagel gets back and pokes it away. Tuck now to Dahlin. Dahlin pulls it out of the zone. Over again to Alex Tuck. 30 seconds gone off the OT period. Dahlin carries it back in, drops for Thompson. Thompson with a shot and a good blocker save there by Johansson. Bolts clear it all the way down. Levi comes out. Tuck falls down, almost loses the puck. Does loses Braden Point off the bench, can't control. And now Middlestat goes back the other way. Braden Point with a good back check keeps him to the outside. Move to the middle for Owen Power. Power with a shot. Hits the post! Are you kidding me? Owen Power with a golden chance, and he rings it off the pipe. Middlestat keeps it in. Back to Power. Power with it now. Just going to carry out to the neutral zone as the Sabres regroup. Lightning going to take this chance to get a fresh guy on the ice. Jordan Greenway up. 3:40 to go now in overtime. Over to Middlestat. Middlestat drag shot up high off glass. Able to muscle it away from Sherry. Down low. Here's Greenway. Greenway gets it back out to the point for Dahlin. Dahlin back to Greenway. Buffalo with good possession here in the attacking zone, but Tampa's keeping him to the outside for now. Cousins tries to change that. He shoots, and he scores! What a shot! Dylan Cousins posting in! Rang that one off the pipe and into the back of the net. 3-2, Buffalo in overtime. They have their first win of the season. Wow, a huge goal there for Dylan Cousins and the Sabres as they are finally in the win column in their third game. And they get it done here in OT over a divisional opponent in the Tampa Bay Lightning. We also got a dono on the stream. Let's get some dono hype in the chat for Wrist Rider dropping a 5. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that, Wrist Rider. And what a game. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. The Lightning with a comeback from down 2-0 to tie it up late in the third, but Buffalo seals it in overtime, gets the win, and a very big 2 points for them. What a shot from Dylan Cousins. And that will finish this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. It was awesome to have you here. Don't forget my next stream, Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Western Conference matchup. Anaheim Ducks, Arizona Coyotes. Hopefully going to be a really fun one. I think it's going to be a lot of young talent on both of those teams. And really appreciate you guys watching. Hope to see you then. And that will be my next stream after tonight. So have a great rest of your week, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget, it does help the channel a ton if you hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to subscribe and become part of the community here as well, we'd love to have you. Going to be streaming all season long and just trying to have as much fun with hockey as we can. This was a real fun game tonight. Great OT win. And a really sick shot from Dylan Cousins to finish it. So thank you guys. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Hopefully I will see you all soon. Next stream is on Saturday. I'll post about it. Remind everybody Saturday morning. But thank you guys so much, and see you all next time.